Hi, it's Nick Hexum calling.
Nick Hexum, it's very nice to talk to you. My name is Roche, and Whitney is also here.
Hi, Nick.
Hey there.
What's going on?
I'm just chilling in Tulsa right now.
You'll be in our area on June 28th at Nissan Pavilion with Ziggy Marley.
I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to that show in particular. Those shows in Pavilion are always amazing.
The East Coast shows?
And in the area there in Virginia, around D.C., we always have really good shows.
Yeah, I used to remember that you guys were like whenever you'd come to D.C., you'd always play a place called Nation, which now is the home of the Washington Nationals baseball team. So a lot of suckitude has replaced all the coolness where you guys used to play.
Isn't that right?
Hey, Nick, do you have a, it's funny because I have a buddy of mine that's just a huge fan and he follows you around and goes to all your shows. Being that you guys have been around for so long, do you have a name for your loyal fans? Like Jimmy Buffett's got parrot heads.
Or do you just attach the word head to the end of 311, which seems to be the du jour thing to go to for your fans?
No, but you guys should come up with, if they don't, first of all, let's let him answer the question.
Okay. Yeah. Not one that's like widespread used, but I would say that our community is like called the Hive. Our website and our studio and our fans are like members of the Hive.
Okay, so they're bees, for lack of a...
They're drones.
They're mindless drones.
Well, I'm glad we established that now, because, sometimes people need a label, so this is good.
Yeah.
I always say that I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan, and their fan base, I think, the passion of their fan base is matched by very, very few other bands. But the 311 fans, in my opinion, are also one of those fan bases that they're passionate. They, like Whitney said, they follow the band around. They rally for causes and stuff like that. That's got to be a great feeling to be in a band that has a fan base as passionate as yours.
It really is an amazing blessing to be able to do this for 19 years now.
God, you're getting old.
No, he's not. He's getting better looking.
I do believe our band is getting better. We are at our absolute peak as of yet, and so far there's no end in sight.
I envision, and I love the single "Hey You," by the way. I love the kind of almost crying game like reveal at the end, because it almost feels like during the entire song you two are singing to each other, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. And then at the end you drop we're talking about music, everybody. We're talking about music.
That's right. A lot of people kind of miss that on the first few listens, and then you realize that music is like a friend to many of us, you know what I mean? And it gets us through hard times, and it's this kind of place where we can go seek solace. And so that's what the song is about. It's like music as a constant companion.
Who's inspiring you right now?
I'm in a bit of a metal phase.
You are?
Slipknot, a little Avenged Sevenfold. Before that, it was a bluegrass.
Have you been bluegrassed yet? Has 311 been bluegrassed?
I'm not sure what that means.
Well, there was a Metallica bluegrass tribute band. There was, I think, a Tool tribute.
There's an AC/DC.
There was an AC/DC. That's what it was. Bluegrass. Has 311 been blessed with bluegrass yet?
I hadn't heard of that. I would be honored to have that done. But what we did have is a string quartet do like a bunch of versions of our song.
And I used to play a game on the air because a few bands have been lucky enough to have had their songs done classical style, and I play the songs, they're popular songs, to see if people can recognize if they know what popular song it is. When you first heard the 311 classical songs, did you know what songs they were doing?
Yeah, you can pick it up real quick. It's just funny when they do like a violin's version of rapping.
Yeah.
Like the essays part in down on a violin. That's pretty funny.
It's probably really cool to...
Yeah, that's very close.
I try.
Nick, I was reading the other day that Ziggy is kind of remastering some of his dad's songs for a kids album. Do you think that's something that you guys would ever contemplate?
Absolutely. I got my first baby on the way right now. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Get used to poop. It's awesome. Poop all the time.
Love it. Baby mustard. But I'm definitely down with kids. And we had a chance to do this song for Surf's Up a couple years ago.
Oh, I love that movie. That was a great movie.
Yeah, during the closing credits is our version of a Toots and the Maytals song. And we actually brought in a kids chorus of all these little precocious child singers that were part of the union, and they were like divas, but they were like sticks that had that high voice. So that was
So that's hilarious. That is a great flick. And now that I'm totally remembering that now that you're saying it.
It's like you Kids Bopped yourself.
No, but cooler than Kids Bop.
Well, that's to say,
Kids Bop sucks.
You did a great version of your own Kids Bop kind of thing.
Sure.
So now, will you, with the baby on the way, will we phase out Who's Got the Herb?
Well, I could be singing about any herb.
Just oregano on my pizza.
I like that answer. And I have to ask, I know you have your own island, which everybody does, has their car, and then you have your island. Do you grow on your island?
I don't. It's only few things can be grown right there. You have to be very salt tolerant. Not that I've to it, but I do have to say that the island is for sale.
Yeah, it is up for sale, the island.
Really?
Yes.
MelodyKey.com, and as long as we're plugging things, follow me on 311_Nick on Twitter.
Hey, Nick, are you the absolute law on your island? Or are you part of the country?
I mean, technically, it's America, but they never come and enforce anything. So
why are you selling it?
Because it's complicated. Too many possessions. It's just a lot of stuff to take care of. I'm just simplifying my life. I stopped doing side projects, and I'm just kind of trying to have more free time.
So you're like basically somebody who bought an Xbox 360 and was like, I got to have the coolest thing. And then once you got it, it was like, this really isn't that cool.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed it for, 6 years. And I was going down there about 6 times a year. So now I've been there 30 times. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't need to own. Maybe I could just go to other places. I don't want to be tied. Like every time I go somewhere, I might as well go use that place. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
It was a cool dream to have, and now I'd like to pass it on to somebody who can use it a lot.
So in simplifying your life, does that mean you're just going to hang out and watch TV and maybe drink with your neighbors in your driveway like Roche does?
Does he do that?
I mean, it's a lot simpler than trying to get a plan together for the weekend, isn't it?
Just sit around and just try and think of a plan that never happened.
Exactly.
Or you talk about neighbors as they drive by.
Yeah, that's good. Judge them. What I probably would do is I just am really into songwriting as a craft. I've already got 10 new songs together, and this record isn't even out. And I realized it's just I love expressing myself, and I kind of had a bit of a drought songwriting-wise around 05 and 06, and it's just coming like crazy, and I want to use it long time.
And June 2nd is when Uplifter comes out, and as you heard, there's now more 311 to come even on the horizon. The good thing about the album release date and the show in our area is we now have 3 weeks to kind of digest the music, so we can actually sing along with the songs when you play them at the show on June 28th.
That's right.
Do me one favor though, when you guys do Hey You, will you share a mic when you sing it?
Share a mic. We've never done that.
If you could, it'd be a nice touch to the song. And then the big reveal. We're talking about music, guys.
Well,
but S.A. is so sweaty. If you look where he sings, there's always a puddle underneath his mic, and I might have to get drenched if I were to share my mic.
Hey, here's a hug.
It's a great time in the show for maybe a wardrobe change after that, an interlude.
Yeah, he'd need a robe or something very absorbent.
Oh, ShamWow! We could get him a ShamWow Snuggie, and he could just wear it.
Oh yeah, the blanket that's a robe.
Yeah.
Well, but ShamWow absorbs anything.
Yeah, Olympic divers use it.
Olympic divers. So you might want to invest in that for SA.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, congratulations on the upcoming child, your first one. MelodyKey.com if you would like to buy Nick's Island.
That's right.
And Twitter.com/311_Nick.
That's right.
I got it all right?
Yes. Successful plugging and a lot of fun talking to you guys.
We'll see you at the show. I'll be dressed up like a bee. Just buzzing around.
You'll be the bee girl. Okay, cool.
Thanks, Nick.
Have a good one.